The Broncos may have fired head coach Nathaniel Hackett only 15 games into his first season, but unfortunately for them, that's not going to solve all their problems, because likely their biggest problem is a $250 million problem with Russell Wilson, the guy that they not only gave a massive contract extension to, but also gave up draft picks to get. That, what is it, going to be third overall pick or something this year? It's not going to be the Broncos. It's going to Seattle to help pay for Russell Wilson. And now we get even more disastrous news for Russell Wilson to show just what an embarrassment this year has been for him. The worst year of his career. $245 million Russell Wilson creates another embarrassing record, registers largest decline in passer rating in first season with a new team. Denver Broncos Russell Wilson is in his worst NFL season ever, 11 seasons in, and he would definitely not have predicted he'd be in this position today. In fact, nobody did. His signing was an eventful one, the Broncos taking a massive gamble and giving up so much, but this season, they won't be making any good returns on their investment. And of course, that Rams game was the nail in the coffin for Nathaniel Hackett when they went down, 33-6 or something at halftime. It was terrible. Russell Wilson throwing interception after interception, bad mistake after bad mistake. And now we get this news. Largest decline in pass rating in first season with a new team. Russell Wilson is at the top of the list, minus 20.5, followed by Matt Castle and Alex Smith. Now, of course, the Matt Castle one is when he was with the Patriots with that one season, then went to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Alex Smith one is when he was with the Chiefs under Andy Reid and then went to Washington. He didn't even get to play a whole season. I believe that is the season that J.J. Watt broke his leg. But just think about that. Of everybody in history, Russell Wilson has had the worst drop moving from one team to another. The worst drop in recorded history of the NFL. We are getting to historical levels when it comes to Russell Wilson. And when you look at the Broncos, they're just a complete and total mess. You know, on the sidelines, there was a blow up between the offensive line and Brett Rippon. When Brett Rippon, the backup quarterback who's come in and played better than Russell Wilson at times, just to be quite honest with you, actually won a game a few weeks ago, unlike Russell Wilson, you know, he went and addressed the offensive line because the offensive line was giving up sacks to Russell Wilson, sacks on back-to-back plays, and nobody helped him up. And then you see what happens on the sideline. This entire team has to be frustrated right now. So you can see he initially comes over and Brett Rippon goes to talk to the offensive line and gets shoved. Look at this shove. And then eventually other people get involved and he says, do something about it. Do something, Brett. Asking him to go further and further. And the reason this all happened was because of this sequence of events. I can't just play it straight because, again, it is, you know, it's NFL copyrighted material, but I'll show you a little bit of it. You see this sack. You see the offensive line, and nobody goes to help up their quarterback. Watch this.
Trying to become the number one sacks most.
They just start walking back, and then literally the very next play. Look what happens on the very next play. There's no cuts or editing here. Russell Wilson goes back again. What happens?
Here they come again. They got him again.
Nobody helps up their quarterback. I mean, I don't know. I don't think these guys like Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson comes off as disingenuous. I think he comes off as a fucking loser. He comes off as a fucking cringe. I don't think his teammates like him. Now, is that why they didn't pick him up? Are they frustrated? Should they have done it? You know, that's for everybody to determine. But look, like you got people right here that just turn their back.
Sack number 6.
And walk away from Russell Wilson when it's about to be fourth down. You can show this replay again. I mean, you can see these guys were right here.
Where are you going to run to?
And they decided to just turn the other way, not help up their quarterback. Now, I mean, Russell Wilson did go over and try to smooth things over with them, things like that, but it's not just the offensive line apparently has problems with Russell Wilson. Look at this. Look at how pissed Courtland Sutton is that he's missing a wide open receiver. Courtland Sutton makes a break. I mean, he's wide open here. This is wide open in the fucking NFL. He's coming back to the play. Russell Wilson not even fucking glance at him, looking downfield, probably throwing an incomplete pass or something like that. Maybe he's running right here. No, he does throw a pass. Courtland Sutton literally fucking jumping up and down. He's so mad at his $250 million quarterback who is garbage. So I know they fired their head coach. He's the fall guy for this. He's not the biggest problem. Russell Wilson is the biggest problem with this team right now. That is definitive. There's no doubt about that. It looks like a lot of people in Seattle knew this. Former teammates of his knew this. And now they're taking this opportunity to pounce on it and be like, yeah, this guy's never the dude you thought he was. He just ended up working for what Seattle was trying to do. And now the Broncos have a $250 million disaster on their hands. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.